What next for Pakistan? Joining me now, Dr. Ayesha Siddiqui, author, senior fellow, Department of War Studies, King's College, London, one of Pakistan's most eminent scholars. Appreciate, Dr. Siddiqui, you joining me. What do you make out of what is happening in Pakistan over the last 72 hours? The general impression here in India is this election has been stolen. It was won by Imran Khan, or at least the PTI is the largest party, and now the army wants to install Nawaz Sharif. How do you respond? Do you agree with that? With that line of thought?
Well, these election results are problematic because at least 20 to 25 seats definitely have been taken away from the PTI. It's a divided mandate. The picture that emerges is of a polarized country. And I think what people are not able to appreciate is the benefits of 18th Amendment and its impact on Pakistan's politics. What it means, what 18th Amendment seems to have done is that unless the military, through some means, actually forces a government out of a province, people tend to kind of keep those parties in power. So if you look at the mandate, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa has clearly gone to Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. Punjab is divided between Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf and Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz. Muslim League Nawaz has not been pushed out of Punjab, clearly. Sindh is retained by Pakistan People's Party, and poor Balochistan has gone to, has been divided and, will probably go to whatever party will be considered by the establishment as the comfortable choice. So it's a more polarized country, and it's a voters which have kind of stood up and really voted against traditional politics.
You mentioned polarized, Dr. Siddiqui. The sense we get here is the fractured country, and with the army still wanting to decide who leads it, because you've got the PMLL and PPP now coming together. And the sole aim seems to be to keep Imran Khan and the PTI out of any government in Islamabad at all costs. What happens to all the voters who voted then for Imran's party?
These people are angry. And I think the anger will come out and will be seen slowly and gradually. I mean, we saw just yesterday that one gentleman from Faisalabad who had contested election on PTI support has rejoined Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz. People stormed his house. So people have given a mandate. People who voted PTI have given a mandate to them to represent them as PTI supporters, as PTI voters. And anyone who tries to defy that is going to get an angry response. What has emerged is a country where the military is desperate to keep PTI out of power, one, and number two, to kind of cobble a coalition with the help of which it can go and negotiate with the International Monetary Fund and try to, get the army back on track, which, by the way, is very difficult. And the problem is that with what seems to be looking ahead, staring Pakistan in its face, very tough decisions to be taken, which required a stable government, which required a government which had confidence of the people, which is not going to be the case now. Certain decisions will be taken, new taxes, retiring of public sector assets, and all of this agenda, which is going to make the government even more unpopular, and it's going to make governance even more difficult.
So from what you are saying, Dr. Siddiqui, Pakistan inevitably seems to be descending into some kind of chaos. Am I correct?
Definitely a socio-political chaos. People are unhappy. This is not what people voted for. People feel that there should be, it's not just the rejection, the way people voted. it's about almost 48%. Voter turnout now is calculated at 48%. And that also, when they try to suppress turnout. I mean, a single household, for example, which had, say, 5 votes, votes were divided opposite direction. People were sent in to different polling stations. Some couldn't even manage to reach there. Despite that, people came out with a passion. Now, if you're going to turn around and tell these people that you're giving them an unpopular government, a government which doesn't represent them, firstly, and then secondly, if you're going to impose new taxes, if inflation is going to increase, and if economic worries are not taken care of, and there is no solution to that, it's going to be more chaotic, more painful, more than chaotic. I mean, I don't think that people have, the capacity to come out on the streets, and I don't see a million march. But what's definitely going to happen is small pockets of resistance everywhere, which is going to keep the law enforcement, security establishment, and the government bogged down.
One final question: where does this leave the army, the elephant in the room? What role do you see them now playing? Will they return to the days when they ran the country with all this chaos continuing? Do you believe this is a battle that is being fought now between Imran Khan in jail and General Asim Munir, the army chief?
No, it's also a battle between the desire of people of Pakistan and the old political establishment. Something which comes out very clearly is that despite having gotten votes in Punjab and some other parts of the country, there is almost a no. It's a no vote also to Mia Nawaz Sharif. PPP less so, because PPP is confined really to Sindh with very little presence in Punjab. So it's also rejection of traditional politics. As far as the military is concerned, of course, a weak coalition gives greater role to the army. The army will be hobnobbing. And sadly, I don't think that the army leadership of today has the maturity and an understanding to see that what people are asking for is end to their role in politics.
Okay. On that note, Ayesha Siddiqui suggesting that Pakistan is going to go through a period of pain, if not chaos. I appreciate you joining me here on the news today.